Give me a D and a G. It's the Dawg Gus Show. It's the Dawg Gus Show.
Welcome to the Dawg Gus Show.
Now on Be Kind Radio. What do we got going on today, Dawg?
I wanted to ask that this time.
Okay, go ahead.
What do we got going on today, Gus?
We're going to speak to Zooloo and the Seaweeds. What's going on, guys?
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for having us. That's very nice.
Not Pat.
He changed his name to protect the innocent.
He's a smart guy.
There's a
Very
story.
No, right?
Yeah.
There's a story behind it.
We're not going to have any fun in this this hour here, eh? Okay. So for people who haven't heard you yet, what's the one thing they need to know about Zooloo and the Seaweeds?
Well, they need to know that we write our own music and we are nice people, but we're kind of crazy people. No, especially Bob or not Pat.
Fair enough. Okay. Very good.
Now we are blues kind of rock. We do some blues kind of rock music. Been on the scene for about, I hate to say that, but it's like 38 years now.
30.
Yeah. Yeah, of touring and yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool. 38.
Yeah. So now you can guess how old I am.
I'm
29.
42.
Yeah.
You were a
42.
child prodigy and you started very young.
I'll give you a check later on, okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Just make it out too. Okay. So we need to ask, apparently there's a story behind the not Pat. So we're going to ask Bob what the not Pat means because it's on his screen. Talk to us, Bob, or not Pat.
Besides Zooloo, there are two other Pats in the band. And so I feel like a little excluded. So clearly I can't become a Pat because that creates confusion. So just to be a little bit different, I often refer to myself as not Pat. Or
Perfect.
Je n'ai pas Pat.
So at least there's some whimsy there, that's for sure.
I'm seeing a psychologist now.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
More than
understand.
one.
We might write a song about this. The Not
Oh, yeah?
Pat song.
Nice. Love that. How did the band actually start? Like, give me the real version, not the polished one.
I started alone as a singer with a lot of other bands, but we got together about 2 years and a half ago now, right? 2 years and a half ago. We met, we put an ad on Facebook. We were looking for a guitar player, so we met Bob. Pat is my husband, so he came for an interview for the band. He got the band and the singer. So now, and about last year, the other Pat joined the band as the drummer.
Cool.
Yeah. Another
Nice.
Pat.
Another Pat. Okay. Yeah. So that's, So Pat, Bob. Got it.
Pat,
Zooloo.
not Pat.
Zooloo. Pat, not Pat.
Pat, not
Ladies
Pat.
and gentlemen, and Zooloo. Okay, so of course you've been asked this many, many times, but where does the name Zooloo and the Seaweeds come from?
Well, there's two stories about that. Zooloo got to me when I was 12 and started in a band with my brother. So I always had that big voice. So they thought I had a big mama kind of voice. So from the Zooloo kind of story. So they started to call me Zooloo and it stayed. So here I am 38 years later with the same name, Zooloo. And we were looking for a name for the band. When I went to Africa to write the previous album called Black Pearls. And I thought that as I was talking about, I was writing about, how do you say that in English? Bob, help me out.
Slavery, Black experience through slavery.
Yeah, slavery and, deportation. I was looking for a name that would bring everything together. So the Seaweeds is like what came to us, and we decided to keep it that way. So Zooloo and the Seaweeds.
It's cool. I like that.
As a journey from Africa to New Orleans
Yeah.
with the Seaweeds.
On the
I know,
boat.
that makes sense. Very cool. What kind of band do you think you are versus what people say you are?
Well, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
We
it
have
is.
some. We have some good ones.
Bob, why don't you answer this one?
Sure. So the band we are versus others. So, categories sometimes mean things and we get it. And while, we play blues rock, there's some aspect of jazz in what we do. There's some aspect of some funk of what we do. There's some aspect of roots music in what we do. So, clearly, kind of the label and the descriptions there. But what we hear and feedback from fans who come out to hear us play is the variety of styles, the variety of stories that are told. Zooloo is a very talented and powerful lyricist, and does a really good job of painting a picture in all of the songs, and our music wraps around that. So if I were to summarize it, lots of variety sonically, lots of very interesting stories, and the stories and the sound tie together to create, frankly, a pretty interesting piece of art.
It's almost like sometimes even progressive music, because the way I'm writing, even lyrics or even the music, it's different. I think it's like a bit of rock, a bit of blues, because I've been on the blues scene forever. But I like to, incorporate everything that I was as a singer before. So there's a lot of progressive, a lot of blues, a lot of rock, a lot of everything.
Yeah, it's
Well, you can you can go really from the blues right into funk and soul and stuff too, right? Like it's pretty easy to do,
Yeah.
which I've noticed with a lot of like I'm listening to a lot of blues and stuff, and it's like that could go very funky very very quickly.
Yeah. Well, it's because of the I think the progressions and stuff. It's all very similar. So it's cool that you got that blend in there. I love that.
So what do we think? What do you think about our music?
I caught you guys actually at Buster's when I was out there when you guys did the Battle of the Bands there.
Yep.
And I think I walked in. I think did you guys play? You guys played before Evil Creek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I walked in and I was like, okay, I didn't know who you were, and I'm like, I sat at the bar and I was just like, well, okay, I like this. You know, it was I don't know what song you were. It was like a very bluesy. I'm like, okay, you got me interested because it was really good. And I was like, wow, okay. So and then it was like, who are they? And then that was like, did I mention it to you? I might have.
You did, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, well, we got to chat with them because we like the sound for sure.
Yeah. For me, it's very bluesy, rhythm and blues kind of music, which I'm very drawn to. Obviously, the kind of I love love music with a lot of it feels like a lot of emotion, and I find that you have quite a bit of emotion behind you, not just behind the lyrics, but also the sound. It kind of blends nicely together. So that's what I get from it. I mean, it's obvious that it's got a bit of a different sound on each different song. I mean, there is sort of a basic genre there, but there's also I find that because you're all very talented musicians, that's sort of a nice, steaming pot of difference. I like that. I like a little bit of sprinkle of everything.
like jambalaya.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or a soul stew.
Yeah, Louisiana sound is what I kind of got too. There was a bit of a, jambalaya, Louisiana. I don't know, Cajun sound. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If I hit shuffle on your catalog, what song would hook me immediately?
On the shuffle?
Which
I mean,
one of
if
your
you were to
songs?
randomly pick one of our songs. Yep.
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because we don't have a lot of shuffle. That's a thing. I think we have only
Little Ghost or
no Little Ghost and not a shuffle.
So, sorry, Zooloo. He's not asking for a shuffle. He means if we were to randomly pick a song in a shuffle, which one would come
I
up?
thought you were asking which one was a shuffle. Sorry, I'm French.
Like, if you exactly. Yeah. If we were to just say, okay, play shuffle, meaning we press
Mix 'em
play,
up.
but it's mixed of all your music and one song plays, which song would be the one that hooks us?
Little Ghost. Little Ghost is a very good one.
bluesy rock one.
Rock Voodoo Doll is very special to me because it's revenge. It's revenge.
Revenge.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a sweet revenge.
Revenge of the Nerds?
No, revenge of the singer.
Yeah.
No, it's a sweet revenge. Don't go out with the singers and always remember she has the mic, right?
And she
Be
can write
nice,
songs
be
about
nice.
you.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. That's funny.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, you write
Don't
that-
date a
write that-
singer.
Don't
Yeah,
date a
write that
singer.
down.
Yeah, don't date.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, date a bassist or something. Like they're very. That's a better choice.
I don't mean to correct you guys. It's okay to date a singer. Just don't expect it to last very long.
Touche.
No, you didn't get it. Just be nice. Be nice.
Oh,
Yes.
be
Be
nice, to the
nice and it
singer.
will last long.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's why he's sitting next to you, right? That's fair. What's your sound inspired by, and what do you refuse to sound like?
A little bit of B.B. King, a little bit of Joe Cocker, a little bit of oh my God, Billie Holiday, a little bit of Led Zeppelin,
Wow.
a little bit of a lot of things actually, but I'm pretty sure you can hear everything in our music. A little bit also of more like root music, old music. Yeah, old root music. Big Mama Thornton is one. I
Mhm.
really
Nice,
love Big
nice.
Mama Thornton. I think she's she's a great singer. Too bad that Elvis got everything from her, but
He stole it.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He was, from what I understand of Elvis, he was very inspired by, and he had a lot of respect for the blues singers and stuff, where back in those days that didn't happen with big stars that were, like him.
Yeah.
And he was
And,
like, all the stories I hear, he was way ahead of his time in that respect, as to respecting the blues and just the singers, like his
Well,
backup
actually,
singers and stuff too.
the market was not what it is right now, also to
Yeah.
protect like writers and stuff. So
Mhm.
it was
Exactly.
different. Yeah.
Exactly. It was very different back then. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of that old kind of music, like Big Mama Thornton, a lot of recent artists as well, like Beth Hart. Well, she's not really recent. But, Beth Hart.
Beth
a
Hart
lot.
is amazing.
Yeah. So in the next album coming up, you can hear a little bit of Beth Hart, like in what I like and what I hear.
All right. Let me,
Joe Bonamassa is such a great guitar player that
I was just going to say, let me ask you, doesn't he look like Joe Bonamassa?
Me or Bob?
No, Gus.
Gus. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
he
Yeah.
does. He does. Yeah,
I
he
told you.
does.
The guitar in his
Yeah. He's got no
Yeah.
talent, but he looks like him.
there you go. Slapping in
You
the
guys
back.
seem tight.
Well, you should have heard us before we came on tonight. It's funny you say that, though, because of the Beth Hart, because I saw her at Blues Fest on the same night as Larkin Poe,
Oh yeah.
and they were amazing. And so we were actually just chatting about Larkin Poe before we came on with you guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Love him.
I love Beth Hart. Really, really.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is a song you made where you immediately felt like this was a different sound?
Blues in Paris was one, because it's not blues, it's jazz. Just the title is blues, but we made it sound blues. But I thought it was different, but it needed to be there. It needed to be on the market. I don't know why, and I didn't like it at all. That's the funny part. And it still plays on the radio, still plays on CBC, it still plays on Radio Canada. I don't know why, but this one was so different. We were in studio about 3 weeks ago and working on the new album, and one is also coming out very differently. So this one, and it's in French. This one is in French, so it's very different, but it's still blues. So we decided to do a couple in French, just to prove ourselves that blues can also be played in French, can be international.
Mm-hmm.
So those 4 that we did at the studio are different, but one is standing out a lot, and it's called Tour d'Ivoire. And I wrote it about Trump, so it's different. I'm not really a politic girl, but this one is about
But
politics.
yeah, that's what it is. So it's very politically.
It's strong.
Yeah.
It's strong lyrics, but
Not even Trump. It could be any.
we don't say his name. But I know I wrote it about it. We don't say his name.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
as far. Yeah, I think that's as political as we'll get for our show.
Well, you don't want him upset with you, because you know what happens when he gets upset with people. You get sued.
Well, it could lead your show to I don't know, maybe 7 million viewers.
Sure.
True that.
We'll take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we'll just use it.
You want us to say Trump again and Trump again and Trump again?
And that's it. And now it's on Trump's radar.
Oh shit,
I know.
we're fucked.
Who cares?
What a run. It was a good.
Yeah,
one.
thanks a lot, guys, and
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, how is it? Is it easier for you to write in French or in English when you're writing your songs?
I always write in English. That's weird, but I know I am weird. But I always write in English, and I need to translate those in French when I need to. I always wrote in English.
Interesting.
The reason why, because it's worldwide English. It's in all kind of countries that you could speak.
Well, actually,
language?
it's also because when you write a blues song in French, it sounds weird and a little bit cheesy. So I need to write it in English and then find the right words for the song not to feel or not to sound too cheesy.
To remove the fromage.
Oui, c'est ça. C'est ça. On enlève tout le fromage.
Bob, what's your favorite guitar behind you?
All of them get equal love and attention. They all have kind of a unique voice in their own thing. So I do get asked that question quite a bit. And yeah, I love them all. And I do mean that.
He's lying. He only plays with the blue one.
I was going to say, are you going to trek all of those guitars out to every show you play at? You wouldn't have enough room.
He can't.
I'm pretty good about that, actually. I try and keep things pretty lean.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of some of the stages that, around the city and be like, there's Bob on the stage and everybody else has to be on the floor because Bob's with his guitars.
Bob and his guitars.
Yeah.
No, actually, I got stories about that, but it was not Bob.
As we dig deeper.
Yeah, we'll get deeper. Go ahead, Dawg, if you want to
Yeah,
share
sure.
on in.
How does a song actually get made? Like, Zooloo, you write the lyrics, but does the rest of the band have input in the song, or you just come with them with the lyrics and say, okay, let's find a melody or a hook for this?
Usually, I write the music, or I used to write the music with a very nice, very like old timers friend of mine, Rock, and we used to write everything together. So Rock had an accident a couple years ago, so he's not writing with me anymore. So I need to find another way to write things. But I do play a bit of piano, so I can compose music. I also compose with my voice the melody of the songs, but those guys were lucky. I always go to the studio to have some shit tracks done so they can, visualize what I have in my head, like easier. It's always easier for them. But now we're trying new things. We're trying new things. So we're starting to work like all together. But they always have something to say. If they don't like it, if they don't like the way it is, we can change it. We work all together as a team, even though I'm writing songs.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I guess when you have talented people around you, you can bend their ear about certain things, right?
Yeah. It's just learning how to work all together. Sorry, dogs. We are learning how to work all together, but we're good at it, eh? At the studio, we just now go and we have all our sounds, all our views about the songs and the way we hear it. We try that and it makes good products. I think we are doing good.
Nice.
Mhm.
What's the best song you've made versus your personal favorite, and is it the same?
I think it's probably all the songs from Let's Get Hot album are good. They're all for me. They're all pretty good. One is standing out. I think it's I got the blues today. Oh, pretty everything for you. I think everything for you. Bob, what do you think about that? Which one
Yeah.
is the best one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch. All the tunes are great, but I agree with you. Everything for you tells a very powerful story, and the music wraps in with the story.
Let's Get Hot is also a good one, but it's different. It's kind of different.
Nice.
And and Let's Get Hot came from a French song that I wrote a long time ago. So that's the only one that I wrote in French. Then I had to translate it in English.
I see.
Did it work well for you that way? Because I know that translating from one language to another, it may not bring the same, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sound.
No, not sound, but the same,
Pop.
It was
the
hard.
same, the same
Story.
feeling or the same essence that you're trying to get across.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard
Yeah.
to reverse the feeling or something. I had to work pretty much for I would say probably 3 or 4 years. And until I decided it was good enough to sing it in English.
What's the Zooloo and the Seaweeds show like for somebody who just walks in cold? They just walked in off the street, they heard the music. What are they going to expect from you guys on stage?
Strong guitars, strong voice, strong back vocals, and big fat bass with a strong drummer. I think it's kind of and a good looking. I would say we dress up all the time, and we're not the usual Budweiser T-shirt band, so we dress up and we're always different. I would say we're different. Yeah,
There's
but
a
the
lot of
sound is
energy.
very strong. Go ahead.
There's a lot of energy in our show. We, by design, structure our show, our tunes, and how we play, so the audience is part of it. Any you take 2 shows or any number of shows, they're all going to be different because we feed off of the crowd. We come up with some very creative ideas on our arrangements, which can happen before, as well as changes on the fly. Zooloo does a great job of leading the band, and there's signs that she has that we all read. So there's a lot of creativity that way as well. And I think the other thing is, and we hear this, is people observe how tight we are, not just musically, but we're really like family. We get along very well. We continue to, learn together. We love what we do. And I think that comes across in our music.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Craziest moment you've had on stage so far?
So very people will be attended to a great show with seeing us playing in live, and we're gonna make pretty much the audience feel spellbound after listening to it.
And what did you ask? What was the question? The last question?
The craziest moment you've had on stage so far?
Craziest moment. Probably when I was at the casino for corporate, and the sound went off. I think it was we had some issues with the sound, and it was not the right moment. I don't think we had crazy moment together as Zooloo and the Seaweeds. I had crazy moments with a lot of my like previous bands, but with Zooloo and the Seaweeds, we didn't have much because we're usually not really doing bars, doing festivals and venues like city halls and bigger concert. But nothing really. I'm gonna knock on wood, but I mean, nothing really happened so far.
We have a lot of laughs before the gig and afterwards, set breaks as well. We're always cutting jokes and smiling and enjoying each other's company. Stories like that, of course.
But nothing really on stage or at the concert, really, right?
Remember.
If you don't remember, it's because we don't.
It's probably a good thing that you don't remember. Maybe
If you don't remember, did it actually really happen?
Well, you would remember.
yeah, fair. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite venue that you've played, or one that you'd like to play?
I had this big moment at Blues Festival in Carlton on the East Coast. It was awesome, really. Big blues festival, very nice venues, and I have a lot of stories to tell about this venue. Experience dancers on the poles in the middle of the tent. It was very funny.
Nice.
My young saxo player couldn't keep it together.
Couldn't
But
focus.
it was funny.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to either. So
But I have like a lot of love for a lot of festivals. I have that little venue called Propulsion Scène here in Gatineau. They are awesome. Very nice venue, very small, 120 people there. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. Get them out. And very small venue. I've been playing there for about, I would say, 5 or 6 times now. I hear the dogs, right?
yeah.
Pat's going to come back and he's going to be missing an arm.
Exactly. I think
all I heard was
we're going to lose Pat completely,
Yeah,
and then
poor
Bob's
Pat.
going to leave, and
poor
then
Pat.
Sounds like the Tasmanian devil.
And those bulldogs, they are sleeping 17 or 18 hours a day.
Not
But
right
get
now.
a computer out, an interview, they're all over the place.
That's
Promise.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
they want to hang out with you.
that's it.
So they want to be part of the show.
That's right. Well, they
We're-
are. Well, they are part of it. I mean, it was a big part of it.
We're
so
okay
far.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually this Propulsion Scène is very nice. And we are going to be playing there again this year, right, Bob? We are there September.
I think that's right. Yeah.
I think in September we're going back because I love this place so much. It's a very nice venue. It's a city hall venue. Like it's very nice.
Oh, cool.
Looks like an old barn.
An old barn.
Yeah, looks like an old barn. And we had also this summer that old barn fest. The barn.
Oh, the Kitchissippi.
Yeah, it was nice as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kitchissippi just closed the brewery, unfortunately.
Yeah, actually, it's called Kitchissippi Music Festival. It's run by a guy, buddy, Tommy. He's been
Yeah.
the director of the music festival for a number of years.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's why does that sound familiar to me?
Well, it's because it's a music
I'll
festival.
get you
and
guys his info. Actually, he'd be a good person to get on your show.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And Tommy's very nice. I did an interview with him on radio, CBC, right? It was on CBC. Yeah, we're together on CBC promoting the festival. And very nice guy, always open to talk about the festival, always open to new artists. And we were very happy to be there as well.
Do you guys feed off the crowd, or do you just bring
None of us
the
are
ener-
cannibals,
bring-
if that's what you're asking.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you like feed off the crowd, or do you find that you bring the energy already?
Well, I think I am an entertainer. I like the crowd to be with me. I like the crowd to be entertained at all time. I think when you were at the at the Battle of the Bands. I think you saw me on the chair, but I always like get on the bar or anything. So I'm a good entertainer, I think. Yeah. I'm not scared of height, and I'm not scared of getting on the bar to get all the attention.
Fair enough.
No, I didn't see that part, but you guys, like I said, like I was like, "Oh, this is really good." I was like, so I asked, like it was Mark. I think I didn't know who you were. I was like, "Who is this?" He goes, "Oh, that's Zooloo." Oh, okay, duly noted. We'll be talking with them.
We feed off the crowd though as well. As I mentioned earlier, we'll watch the crowd and how they're reacting, and then
Well-
call audibles, repeat a verse, extend a song, extend a solo, drop it, build it up, right? Just so that we're what we're getting fed gets fed back in, and it just levitates the experience for everybody.
Yeah, we often skip a song if we think, well, if I see that the crowd is not into it, I will skip a song, tell the guys we're going to the next one. We want the crowd to be at the same level as we are. So
Yeah.
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 I'm not scared of making changes in a
On the
minute.
fly. Yeah.
Well, and the band can handle it too, right? Like that's an important part as well. They can handle
they
the
don't-
change.
Yeah, I'm surprising them sometimes. They're following. They're
Yeah,
nice.
they understand. They get it.
Great.
Flexible to cook spaghetti.
That's it.
That's right.
As well as cook spaghetti. Yeah.
I'll ask a whimsical question since we have Bob for another minute or two, but you just robbed a bank, okay? And you get in the car and you put a song on. What song is playing while you're driving away with the money?
I Smell a Rat by Zooloo and the Seaweeds.
Oh,
I think you were going to say Cadillac Blues.
Now that's in the cop car after I get arrested.
Yeah.
well,
Probably
Zooloo- Zooloo's got
Jailbreak by
pretty
Thin Lizzy. That could be another one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which one?
Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy.
Bob's got some good choices going on
much. I
there.
only know the Jailbreak by AC/DC.
Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy is a very good tune.
Yeah.
Very good call. Yep.
Nice.
Do you have one? Because you usually do.
I don't know.
No, you don't got one today.
Let's go with Texas Flood by Stevie.
Oh yeah.
Stevie
Okay.
Ray
Right.
Vaughan.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Good tune.
Yeah. I was going to go bad to the bone. Thorough good. but
nice. Na-na-na-na-na.
Money by Pink Floyd.
Money by Pink Floyd. Yeah. That's a little
Yeah,
slower
that's
though.
when I was thinking about, oh my God, the dogs are all over the place.
Yeah, it's okay. We haven't
Stars.
noticed.
You haven't?
Nope.
Thank
Of
you.
course we have.
Of course. He's a dog owner too.
Yeah.
So it's all
My
good.
dog would be barking at me right now. so-
Yeah. Pay attention to me.
Oh, they're not barking, but they're like, can you hear the nails on the floor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Making music.
Hey, it's the Dawg and Gus show here. We don't mind
Yeah, that's right.
at all.
That's what I
that's right.
thought.
Yeah.
But that is with the dog now, so.
Hey guys,
rid
I
of-
apologize, but unfortunately, I've got to zip. It's been a pleasure connecting. Thanks.
Okay, Bob.
Okay, Bob, we'll talk about you for the next 20
Thanks,
minutes.
not Pat.
Later, not Pat.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Take care. Okay, now we got Zooloo all to ourselves.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's been an
I'm
interesting.
so lucky. Thank you.
Yeah, now we can ask the hard-hitting questions.
Real talk.
What do you
go.
got?
No problem.
What's been the hardest part of being a band? Not the music, but the reality of it.
First, I would say, well, not with this band, but I would say a lot of egos. This is the hardest part of being in a band. Getting along with everyone and having the same expectations and the same work been done and the same objective for everyone without egos, because with egos, you don't go anywhere. And that's the hardest part. Well, for me, there is also the market. Market is something else. Making money these days is something else. In 1986, when I first went on tour, I was getting more money than now when I go on tour. So
Wow.
probably money would be the second thing.
Yeah, fair enough. We hear that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough sludge, right? Like
Yeah, it is.
and we're talking to younger bands too that are just like they're finding this stuff out now that you already know, right?
Yeah.
About the touring and about the the expectations and you're thinking we're gonna go on the tour, we're gonna make a bunch of money, and it's like no, you're not, because you got this and you got this, all these things that they don't think about until they start to actually go out and do it.
Yeah, and there's so many people involved. When you tour, there's so many people involved that you don't get all the money that you think you would when you're younger.
Mhm.
Everybody's taking a bit of the pie, right? So there's not much left when you're done.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
the tough part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of leads into the next question. Where do you actually want to go with this? You want to be local legends or you want to be on the global stage?
Well, we've been touring.
Oh,
Well, I've been touring pretty much all around the world now. Been touring a couple years with the Blues Brothers. Been, playing in Tunisia. I've been playing in Africa for a couple of times. Been playing New Orleans in USA and pretty much all around Canada now. But I would like to be able to choose. If I have the choice, I will be able to. I would love to, get to the place I love and continue to have fun with people that loves our music. I do not want to say that I want to stay local, because sometimes local is good too. We were at the Atomic Rooster yesterday playing for fun with a bunch of musicians, and it was awesome. We had a lot of fun. So that was fun. And being local is something I will always be proud of. But sometimes it's fun also to go somewhere else and to meet people that listen to your music too.
Of course, yeah. What do you
So
think
I
of
would
the,
say I would keep both.
Fair.
what do you think of the local scene now? You find that it's growing quite a bit in Ottawa?
No, I think it's since the pandemic, there's almost nothing left. In Gatineau, there's none left. In Ottawa, there's a couple left. Like Irene's is awesome. Atomic Rooster is awesome. Rainbow's been up and down. I think now they're back up. We're gonna be playing there actually in August. I think we're back at the
6th.
yeah. Previously, like I would say 10 years ago, I was playing there like on a regular basis, but haven't been there for, I would say 10 or 12 years now. So we're back at the Rainbow. So I think there's a lot of work to do. Well, not only for musicians, for people to attempt to concerts. Let's say that since pandemic, I think people are scared to go out. They're very comfortable in their own living room in
Yeah.
front of their
Yeah.
screen. So they
And
need
that's
to go out.
see, that's
Get
what
their
we're
is off the couch and go out.
yeah, exactly. That's our job, right? That's what we're trying to do when we talk to, folks like yourselves and whoever else we've talked. We're trying to get people to say, first of all, listen to this music. Second of all, get out to the venues to support the music.
There
Because
it is. You'll lose them.
I think we have a very vibrant blues community here. I think, we've got you got Monkey Junk, you've got Angelique Francis, you've got J.W. Jones, we've got some very, very talented individuals in this city that people need, like you said, get up off your ass, get off the couch, get out to the venues and support the live shows.
There's so many talented musicians in Ottawa and Gatineau. It's crazy.
It is.
But we don't have a lot of place to play. And when they call us, I mean, the paycheck is not even good enough to go with the entire band. And it's another issue because, we can all be like a 4 or 5 musician band and a sound technician and go play for $200 a night. People need to understand that. And the more people will go out, the more money we'll be able to make and the music scene will grow. But if they don't go out, there's nothing we can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But
yeah.
there's way more. Like I was very surprised yesterday at the Atomic Roaster. It was awesome.
That's a
Musicians
great
were-
place to see local acts. I've been there a
Yeah.
couple times to see it, and it's just get out there, pack the place. You eat there, you support the local. You're supporting the Atomic Rooster and the artists that are there. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and yesterday was a Sunday afternoon. The place was packed.
Mm-hmm.
In the afternoon, 2:00, place was packed. It was so fun.
Yeah, it's great. Well, and the nice weather comes out sometimes.
Yeah, that'll help a little.
That'll help.
That'll help a bit too. Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah, of course.
What's the next move for you guys right now?
We are now working on the next album. So we've been in studio for 2-3 days now. Almost all the songs are composed and ready to be played at the studio. Still a couple changes to do, but it will not go out until a year because I want to, and the entire new album will be blues rock in French only.
It's new.
I'm trying something else.
It's a new thing she's trying, and we are trying too. So
The funny thing is, since I've announced that I'm doing a French album, venues and festivals are booking like crazy because there's not a lot of music in, well, almost none blues artists are singing in French. So they're very interested in that. A lot of festivals are making a place for us because it's in French and because it's different. So I didn't want to sing in French, but after like maybe 35 years of writing in French, I have about 200 songs in front. So why not? Let's try it.
Exactly. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the next
into
thing
another
is-
market.
going to the studio, and we have a very nice producer. Is Anthony Gregoire is one of the biggest um, ethnomusicologists in the world, and he accepted to work with us. He realized the previous album with us, and now he's coming back for the next one in French. We're going to be recording at the Lark, which is University of Laval, like audio, video, patois musical, audio, yeah. So it's
AV Musical Laboratory, or
they're like the biggest sound studio in Canada. So they accepted to have us on board. So we're
Nice.
very proud of that. So that's what we're doing for the next months, and we're starting our concert series in 3 weeks. So we're
Okay.
going to be in a lot of festivals and stuff. Pretty much, we're looking to go back in Africa for the St. Louis Blues Festival this year. It's been delayed because of our red hair guy next door. Africa is thinking that Canada and United States is very close, that they cannot invite Canadian people to festivals. So it's been delayed, but it's still on.
Fair enough.
So we might attempt to St. Louis Festival this year, and probably go back to Tunisia and a couple of things like that.
Neat.
We're working
Nice.
on it.
Do they have an appetite for the blues over in Tunisia?
Yeah, they do. They do. We went there 3 years ago, and we did a concert there. People are very curious. It's way out of their comfort zone,
Mhm.
but they are curious, and they were there, and it was very fun. I thought there was not too many people at the concert, but I did an interview in national TV, and the next morning we couldn't even go to have breakfast because I was
Wow.
like Celine Dion in the market.
The Tunisian
Couldn't even go.
Celine Dion.
I mean,
Sort of.
it took us like 4 hours to go for breakfast in the morning. It was
Stopping her. Hey, you're the diva from.
the Canadian diva.
Canada.
You're the Canadian diva.
Oh, that's nice.
Funny.
That'd be a cool feeling. Let's do some quick hitters. What's your favorite venue that you've played, other than the one in Gatineau?
Blues Fest in Montreal.
Okay. So dream artist to open for, and we're going to exclude Beth Hart from this. So another artist that you'd love to open for.
I would say BB King.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
it would be a dream too, but that's okay. I love that.
Yeah.
One song you wish you wrote.
I'm a cowboy.
I would probably say, this is too hard. I have so many in my head right now.
So,
Just pick one.
I believe so is not one. Ray Charles is coming to my mind. A couple of Ray Charles that I really, really, really enjoy, and I would say probably Riding with the King with the Ray Charles. You know, when they sing both together.
Yeah. BB King, and is that BB King? Riding with the King?
It's Eric
Yeah.
Clapton.
Eric Clapton and B.B. King, right? But I Got a Woman by Ray Charles is a good tune.
It is. I thought it was Ray Charles and the
Riding
song
with the King?
Well, Riding with the King I love, but that's not the one I thought with Ray Charles.
Oh, okay. That's what you said.
7 Spanish Angels.
No, but anyway, Riding with the King is one, but Ray Charles, I hate when I do that.
Well, I mean, this isn't really rapid fire anymore. We've kind of moved.
It's all good.
No, you're hard on me, guys.
Yeah, it's hard to pull out one song for sure.
It
That's
is.
a tough one. That's a tough one to ask.
But if you exclude Beth Hart, it's hard.
Yes, see, I did that on purpose.
No, you did that before.
I did.
But I didn't do that.
Oh, no, I got it. I would say one from Susan Tedeschi and the Truck Band.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It Hurt So Bad is one of my favorite.
There you go.
It's a good one.
Dog.
Yes, hello. Ottawa versus everywhere else for music.
You mean if I have to choose?
Yes.
Can I choose everything?
Yep.
Because, you cannot only play in Ottawa. You need to play somewhere else. But
Yep.
I would choose Ottawa and Gatineau for sure because it's home. It's
Mhm.
home. I'm not from here, but I am an adopted child. So
The melting pot. You're in the
Yeah,
melting
exactly.
the melting pot.
pot. Studio or live? What do you prefer?
Live. I hate studio.
Fair.
I don't hate it, but I mean, it's kind of boring. There's no,
yeah, live
there's
is
no way.
always
Live
better
is
'cause you
always
could
better.
Feel the crowd. You
That's
could
the
feel
question.
the
Yeah.
gas, blah blah blah. So
And you
Yeah.
can see how people react. At the studio, there's a couple faces looking at us and going, okay, we're doing it back. Do it again. They're never
No,
happy with people,
yeah, seriously. I think if I were a musician, I'd say live too, because I don't think I want people saying, "Well, we're going to do that again because so and so wasn't."
Maybe.
No, thanks. So when you guys do all your own material, right? But you said, but did you ever do covers?
Yeah, we did. I have an album, a tribute to Janis Joplin to celebrate the 40th anniversary of her death with
Okay.
Warner USA. So I released a tribute to Janis Joplin.
What's your
Nice.
favorite Janis song to sing?
One Good Man.
Okay.
It's a good
It's
choice.
probably the one that never was overplayed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very strong blues feeling song.
He's blues, that's for sure.
Yep.
That's a
So
blues
now-
voice.
So now I hate Bobby McGee, obviously, because I've been
Oh,
singing
that's been
5 years.
everybody and their brother has recorded that or sung that.
My mom saw Janis Joplin.
Yeah, your mom.
Oh, she loved her.
Well, yeah, she was a talented lady, and
She liked Mercedes Benz. We ask everybody the same question, and it's at the end usually. So, which decade of music did you prefer, the 80s or 90s?
I would say but I would say the 60s, but I would go with
No,
the
they're-
we don't
they're
give you that choice.
60s and 70s are given, so we have to give you 80s or 90s. So 80s.
Okay. I would say the 80s with the hair bands and stuff,
What about
late 80s.
the dog whisperer behind you there?
The what?
The dog whisperer.
Your husband.
80s or 90s, monsieur?
80s or 90s?
80s.
80s.
There you go,
Said.
dog.
Yeah, we don't do the 60s or 70s because we know those are amazing decades of music. But the reason we do ask it is because we're both like, he likes the 90s aspect of a lot of things, and I like the 80s. So it's kind of like a little competition we have going. But I'm getting my butt kicked. But thank you for both picking the 80s today.
Yeah, I got my butt kicked today.
You sure did. How's that feel? Because I get it a lot.
Oh, I don't care.
Darn it.
Okay, so where can everybody find your music, and where can they find you? Plug everything.
Well, we have a website, Zooloo and The Seaweeds. We are also on Instagram, Facebook, or everywhere. We have also a YouTube channel where we can see videos and stuff. We're going to be playing around. We're going to be at the Outaouais en Fête Festival on 24th of June. We're going to be playing around a lot. Well, starting in 3 weeks, actually. Couple gigs coming up. Very nice festivals coming up and stuff.
Nice.
But
And you mentioned the
look us up.
rainbow.
Yeah, the Rainbow in August. I think we might play at the Atomic Rooster also. We're chatting with them right now, so they might want us there.
Yeah, I saw
Sweet.
Angelica Trio, Angelica Hunter, yeah. I saw them there. That was a lot of fun. Because there's not a
Yeah.
bad seat in the place, man. It's great.
No, it's a good spot.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. When you guys do your albums, like when you write your material, you guys put it out on hard copies?
Yeah, we do.
Because you're old school,
And we do
right?
vinyls. We do vinyls as well. Yeah.
That's the word we
Um,
like to hear.
And the previous one is a double vinyl, and top quality. We sell more vinyls than hard copies of CDs,
Mm.
but we're pretty much on every platform and distributed in 182 or 92 countries actually right now. So pretty
Fantastic.
much all around the world. Yeah.
Cool. And big in Tunisia.
Huge. She's a big cheese there.
Yeah.
A grand
He's the Canadian diva.
Yeah.
diva canadienne.
That
I'm
too.
pretty sure they forgot about me now. It's been 3 years now.
Tu dois
No,
pratiquer
I
ton
don't think
français.
so. I don't think so.
Pratiquer ton français, dog.
I don't speak French.
You don't?
Pratiquer ton français.
I'm not going to practice my French. I'm too old for French.
Fair enough. Okay.
And
Well,
how
listen
come
to-
you do speak French?
J'apprenais immersion quand j'étais jeune.
And I didn't.
Obviously, you did.
To be honest, I moved around a lot, and French wasn't in Alberta. French isn't a big thing. So
Yeah, I took immersion, so they thought that would be smart to do, and it
It
turned
is.
out to be pretty smart to do.
I
Because
think
why not have 2 languages instead of 1, right?
well, especially if you live here in this city, right? I honestly wish I had taken it more seriously. Like I actually had the ability to do it, but I didn't have that until I moved here to Ontario.
Bang.
Don't start with me.
Zooloo, thank you. Seaweeds, thank you. Bulldogs, thank you. Yeah, whatever you got there.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, little bulldogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 bulldogs.
They weren't noticeable at all, but I'm just kidding.
They should have made a cameo.
Yeah, they should have made a cameo. But
Yeah.
That's okay. Merci beaucoup. À la prochaine. Enchanté, oui.
Thanks to you guys, and sorry
Thank
about the
you.
bulldogs walking all around.
No,
No,
it's great.
don't
worry
even-
about it. It's adds the mystery
fun
of
to
your home
the-
over there.
And our bulldogs are so awesome that when we bring them in, when we tour in Quebec or Ontario, we bring them and they are like sleeping in his base case.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
They could
Okay,
do the
I need to
sound
ask,
check
though.
on stage.
There they are asleep. What are they?
We have Milo and we have Blue.
Blue.
There you go.
I thought you were going to say Dawg and Gus.
Right.
But that's okay.
Why would you name your dog
The next
Dog?
bulldog. Will.
Dog.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Yeah, you wouldn't name your dog Dog.
No,
Yeah,
I would.
Gus, I get, but not Dog.
I would name my dog Dog.
You would, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thanks to you guys.
Thanks
It
a
was a
lot,
pleasure
guys.
being with you today.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And
Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus.